What's up, guys? It's OutCast back again for another video. And I'm standing up. So you guys already know what that means. That's right. I'm doing another lyrical breakdown. Where today, we'll be doing another song by my homie DD214 Memes. This song is called the DD214 Song. Now, my non-military viewers out there, you might be asking yourself, OutCast, what are those papers in your hands? And what exactly is a DD214? Well, these papers are actually my DD214 that I made probably like 5 copies just in case I lost the original one. The DD214 is your discharge papers, the holy grail for every disgruntled Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps and every E3 and below of every military branch. If you don't know who DD214 Memes is, man, where the fuck have you been, bro? He is probably one of the most prolific shit posters on Instagram and Facebook who is currently involved in Halloween madness. So if you're not following him on his social media platform, for fuck's sake, please do yourself a favor, because the fucking memes are dropping like bombs. So without further ado, let's get into the song.
Been counting down the days for forever now, but my time has come, and now I'm getting out.
Every military veteran knows this feeling. This sense of like disbelief that it's finally coming to an end. My contract, my 4 years are finally done. And I'm finally going to be free. So he's expressing essentially that disbelief, that crazy feeling that, oh my God, it's actually happening. It's here, it's coming.
I really didn't ever think this would happen to me. 4 years long, but it felt like infinity.
Yeah, 4 years does feel like infinity. For my non-military viewers out there, where you might say, oh, just do 20, it's easy. You can retire at the age of 40. Well, it's easy to say from the outside, but you don't know how long it feels and how grueling it is actually doing the time. Yeah, 4 years may seem like nothing, but while you're in it, just feels fucking endless. Fucking endless.
I've been saving up all of my terminal leave. No job, but I'm getting paid for weeks.
So, what terminal leave is, well, leave in general, are vacation days that you accumulate in the Marine Corps, or, excuse me, in the military itself. You can accumulate up to 30 days per year with a max cap of 60. So, you cap out at 2 years without taking vacation, which to me is fucking insanity, but whatever. So terminal leave are the days that you save up and you use for when you get out. So if you use vacation days, you can get out up to, technically, up to 2 months early from your contract. So I got out in January, technically was my EAS date, my end of active service, but because I had 30 days of terminal leave, I was able to actually pick up my DD214, my discharge papers, in December of 2019. Because again, I had those days saved up. But what he means by not working, but I'm getting paid for weeks, is because they're still paid. Whatever rank you left off as, for those many days that you have on vacation, you get paid for those. So I didn't work for a whole month, but yet I was still getting corporal pay or E4 pay, however you want to call it.
And tell First Sergeant he can blow me in my van by the river or whatever you think I'm gonna do.
So First Sergeant is an E8. It's a listed rank 8 in the United States military. So they're usually the bane of every Lance Corporal's existence. They're supposed to take care of Marines. They deal with the personnel side, while Matt Sergeants are more MOS focused. But namely, they now have a reputation for being complete fucking assholes and just handing out NJPs like it's candy and not taking care of the Marines, which is not supposed to be their jobs. Their jobs is supposed to lead and help Marines find their way and lead them into success, not be another obstacle. So when he's telling First Sergeant you can blow me, that means he probably had a shitty First Sergeant and he's like, you know, fuck you, suck my dick, you can kiss my ass. The reference to Van by the River, that's probably from a Chris Farley SNL skit, where he was essentially like a guidance counselor and he would fucking scream, when you're living in a van down by the river. I'll probably play the clip.
To be doing a lot of doobie rolling when you're living in a van down by the river.
And that's just excuse me, I guess of a way of getting into a first sergeant's way of thinking, because when you say you want to get out, and it happened to me too, everybody looks at you like you're the black sheep and you're fucking insane. Why would you want to leave this great industry and go out into the cold world where nobody's going to take care of you? And blah, blah, blah. Essentially, they all live in this bubble and they're all institutionalized. And in the end, what they don't realize is we all get out. Eventually, we all leave the Marine Corps. You can't stay a Marine or active Marine forever. You eventually have to leave. And the longer you take to leave, the harder it is for you to adapt. And essentially, they just think, especially the ones who think that you're a shitbag, that you're just going to end up being homeless and fucking up because you didn't stay in and you didn't choose what they wanted you to do, essentially.
Tossing my boots over a telephone wire, rocking improper civvy attire.
So the tossing his boots over a telephone wire, it's a symbolism that he's getting rid of the bullshit. Literally taking his boots, lacing it up, and chucking them and getting rid of it because he's never going to put them on again, pretty much. Wearing improper civvy attire is because the Marine Corps specifically have very strict uniform regulations. And you're supposed to dress a certain way when you're out in town. Like, for example, this jersey, I couldn't wear out in town. I couldn't get my ears pierced. I couldn't wear my hat backwards. I couldn't be in basketball shorts, which I am now. I couldn't wear the slippers that I'm wearing because you have to dress like, quote unquote, like a professional. Essentially, dress in a way that you're never going to get pussy anywhere. Because no one's going to come at you if you're wearing a button-up shirt tucked in with khaki pants with a belt and white socks and some bum-ass shoes on. Essentially, you get no pussy whatsoever.
And as a civvy, the first thing that I require is to link up with a weed supplier.
Pretty much the first thing everybody does when they get out is smoke weed. Everybody. I do not know one person that hasn't gotten out and smoked weed at least once. Because, again, it's a restricted substance. The Marine Corps has a zero drug tolerance policy. So the first thing they do, and the quickest drug they can get into their hands, is weed. Yeah.
Got my DD214, feeling like I'm in a dream. And now I'm gonna do what I please.
So this first half of the chorus, I can honestly say, because I went through it, it does feel incredibly surreal. It's like an out-of-body experience when you finally see those papers in your hand and it says honorable discharge. It's fucking incredible. You made it. You did your 4 years honorably and you got out and you got all your benefits. That is the best feeling in the world. You get VA healthcare, which actually isn't that bad. At least in my case, it hasn't been that bad. You get the VA home loan, which is great because that's how I was able to purchase my first house. You get GI Bill, which for fuck's sake, please use it. Not waste it. Please use your GI Bill. Go to college. Make something of yourself, for fuck's sake. But yeah, it just feels incredible that you're finally free. It's like, I guess the only thing I could relate it to, if you were in jail at one point and you served like a long sentence and you finally got let out, it's kind of like that feeling of freedom. Because although, yes, it's not the same at all, but it's kind of like the same feeling. It's like, okay, I'm finally a free bird. I can fly. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Feeling good, know what I mean. Riding out the gate, smoking some good weed. I'm free.
That takes actual balls to actually leave the gate smoking weed. I wonder if he did that. That'd be pretty dope. I think the thing that I did, if I can find the picture, I'll post it. I actually flipped off the IPAC building as I was walking out of the building. My wife was in the car and took the picture. Because I'm like going like fucking this with my papers in my hand because I felt like I was untouchable. If I find the picture, I'll post it. I'll show it because it's actually pretty fucking hilarious. Yeah, it just feels incredible. Again, it's like you've been in a chain for so long and you get let out and it's wonderful.
Taking pictures with the homies, cause who knows when we'll all be together again.
And here comes the bittersweet part of this song, which hit me really hard because you do go through that. That's like probably the only part that sucks about getting out, or even PCSing and moving bases, is that your boys, your brothers, and your sisters, if you have females in your units, you know your time is running out, and you only have so much precious time left together before we all go our own directions. And I do have my own regrets. I wish I would have taken more dumb boot pictures or drunk pictures. My friends, I have a couple of them. If I can find them again, I'll show them. Yeah, I kind of wish you could have done more of that, because then you get out and you realize you are lonely, and pretty much nobody's gonna understand you like they are, because nobody's gone through the same shit that you've gone through except them.
They say in a year, but you know how that goes. Life moves fast, and before it, you know.
Yeah, you always say that you're gonna see each other eventually, and you know, but stuff gets in the way. Plans get cut short. It is what it is. Life happens, so you kind of start, I guess, drifting apart. Not really, because you still remain really good friends and you talk to each other and shit, but again, you don't see each other that often, and time keeps on passing by as you see each other less and less.
You're out there in the rat race, shit's moving fast paced.
Pretty simple. Once you get out of the Marines or the Air Force or whatever military branch you're on, and you start getting your life back together and getting your shit started as a veteran, you're never gonna be a civilian, because one of the things that few people understand is once you were a civilian, right up until you sign on the dotted line and went to boot camp. After that, you're never going to be a civilian again. When you get out, you become a veteran. So when you get the ball rolling and you start doing school and doing college, and when you see it, like, time passes you by. I got out in January and it's already October. Like that. It just flew by.
By the time that you look at old pictures online, you realize you ain't seen them in quite some time, so you check in just to make sure that they're alright.
Again, this goes back with time moving so fast that where you realize it's been a year, or in my case, almost a year, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Where has the time gone? And you barely spoke to your friends. So yeah, you give them a call and you text them, you make sure they're doing good. Whether they got out as well, or whether they went to another base or another unit or whatever, because you want to make sure your boys are all right. You know, been away, you don't see them every day, so you don't know what's really going on. So you always kind of make sure that, you know, everything is copacetic, everything is good in their lives and shit. So you just catch up.
You talk about the good times and about how you die to go back for just one day, sitting out in the field or even underway just to bullshit with the homies once again. God damn, I miss my fucking friends.
So I haven't gotten to the point where I wish I could go back. I think I ever will. But whenever you talk to your friends, you always start reminiscing about the good times and the not so good times that you both had together, whether it be getting rained on in the fucking field, being on deployment sweating your ass off, being up at balls to work a flight, in my case, dumb shit that happened with superiors, stupid formations, inspection, etc., etc., etc. Essentially shit like that. You start feeling nostalgic, man, and then, you know, you hang up and that's it, you're alone again. Kind of a sad fucking feeling, I know. I don't mean to be a downer, but it just, you know, kind of the reality. And you sit down and it's like, fuck, I really miss my boys. I miss my bros. Because, you know, one thing that the military does get right is when they tell you when you're out and you're alone. You have yourself and nobody else, pretty much. And that sort of feeling of camaraderie is what you miss. You don't miss the bullshit. You don't miss the Marine Corps itself, but you miss the bonds you create, those friends you make, that no matter where the fuck you are in the world, you know, if you need something or if you just need to vent or give them a call, they'll be there. No matter what time of the day, rain, shine, or whatever, they're gonna be there because they're your boys. And that's something that a lot of, I guess, civilians don't understand as to why we have such a difficulty kind of adjusting. I've never been on all alone. I've always been with our battle buddy by our side that's got our backs no matter what. You can't find that anywhere else. But yeah, you know, there's days where, you know, you sit down and you do feel lonely and it kind of sucks. And then after that, it goes back to the chorus again, and then it ends with a nice instrumental part, pretty much led by the guitar. This was the end of the song. It was shorter. It was more melodic. I really enjoyed the guitar, and it had a really bittersweet feel to it because of that nostalgia. So it gives you that happiness of being out, but then along with the sadness of being alone without your friends. It was a great song. Again, please subscribe to 14 Memes channel. Follow him on Instagram. Like his Facebook page. He's doing a lot of great stuff. DD214 Memes, I really appreciate you for letting me do this again. You truly are the homie. Keep making great content, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, guys.
Got my DD214, feeling like I'm in a dream. And now I'm gonna do what I please. Feeling good, know what I mean. Riding out the gate, smoking some good weed. I'm free. Got my DD214, feeling like I'm in a dream. And now I'm gonna do what I please. Feeling good, know what I mean. Riding out the gate, smoking some